Hey guys, Terry Bartley here again. For today's video, I think I'm going to talk about something that I think is a little bit of a lost art form. I'm going to talk about holiday greeting cards. So I'm doing this video now, just before Christmas, because it's close enough to Christmas that a holiday greeting card is appropriate, but it's far enough away that if you would like to send a card and maybe you haven't thought about it yet, or you just never have been told why they're good, you still have time to just pop some in the mail and send them out to some friends. I don't personally do a lot of holiday greeting cards. I really only ever give them with presents, and that's only occasionally, but I like the sentiment of it. I like to think of holiday greeting cards as your way of saying, I've thought of you at the holidays, and I'd like you to have, an enjoyable holiday season, even if I don't get the chance to see you this year, or if I've not been able to get you a present, I still want to show you that I thought about you and that I care about you. So I'm going to talk about a few different holiday cards that I've received personally. I'm going to talk about some of the more digital alternatives that we have available to us today. So the most standard greeting card is just these mass-produced ones you can get at any Mega Mart, any sort of retail place. Hallmark sells some higher quality ones, whatever. Honestly, I don't care which one you got. If I'm getting one of these, I feel like they're all sort of created equal. I mean, the message inside is nice, but honestly, I prefer a personal message, and any of these. If they have any sort of generic message, you can leave your own message. You don't have to go with what Hallmark tells you to put in these. And to me, it means a lot more if you make a message that's a little more personal to my relationship with that person than if you just send out a normal card. This one's from a family member, so it's more of an obligatory Christmas card, which I still appreciate. This one is actually from my friend Chase. You can check out his artwork at chasehenderson.com. This one is nice because it's very personal. It has his ferret and his cat on it. And I know these animals very well, so it's nice to be reminded that he has these amazing little creatures living with him and that he can dress them up as holiday creatures at Christmas time. Something that I want to talk about a little bit, because I know that it may be something that people would harp on some of these cards, is the signature. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, if they didn't personally sign it themselves, then what's the point? It's almost like they just sent you their business card. Which I mean, I see their argument, but at the same time, I think that something like this card has a little bit more thought, because they took the time to make a picture and to put their names on it. And yes, they did print out a lot of them to send to people, but I mean, they still addressed the envelopes themselves. They still put a lot of thought into the process, and to make the list, they sent these cards to people that they care about. And I think that's what really matters. That's what's really important about the holiday season. And honestly, I feel like there's nothing wrong with printing out your name on a card, because it saves your hands for sure. And it allows you to send cards to more people, because the less you have to sign, the more addresses you can write. So the last card that I want to talk about that I received is actually from the Obama family. You know, it sounds a little weird. I think that I got on the Christmas list to get last year whenever I worked on the Obama campaign. This card is pretty amazing. It's got a little pop-up White House with some pictures of the dogs. And again, like the signatures are printed, but it is from the entire family. The President Obama and Michelle and Malia and Sasha, and then their two dogs. I have mixed feelings about dog signatures, because first of all, they don't have hands. They're clearly fake signatures, but at the same time, it's kind of adorable to see signatures from animals. This card I feel very partial to. I just sort of love that I'm on the Christmas list of the Obama family. It just makes me feel special, and I always enjoy around Christmas time getting something from them. It makes me feel like I'm part of their family as well. Of course, these aren't our only option for Christmas cards, and that's the beautiful thing about being in the digital age. Recently there's a super viral video about this family that made this video Christmas card thing. I'll put the link in the description down below. It was really funny. They did some music and stuff, and they did this like year-end review for the family, which is kind of amazing. And that's another option. And again, it's you just shoot one video and it goes to all your friends and family. And I think that's a great way to remind them that you care about them at the Christmas time, while also giving them something fun to watch. Also, there's always the option of making like an e-card, but honestly, I feel like if you're going to make an e-card, you may as well just print out something like what my friends Chase and Rachel did, because they could have just emailed that to their friends and family. But I feel like getting something physical just makes you feel good. I think that these days, the things we get in the mail are so often just bills that it's sort of amazing to get something that makes you smile whenever you open up the envelope. I think that ultimately gets to what's so beautiful about a Christmas card. Because you go to the mail, you get all these bills, and then you get something that is from somebody that you care about, and they show you that you know, not every piece of physical mail has to be horrible and remind you how much in debt you are. Which brings us to the ultimate problem about Christmas cards and other holiday cards, is that not a lot of us in this day and age have a lot of physical addresses. And it's always weird to ask your friends for them, because how are you going to not let them know what you're doing but still try to get their address? And that I don't really have a great answer to. I would love to hear from you guys if you have some way to gather addresses from your friends without seeming too obvious, some way to sort of like just survey your friends for it. I would love to hear it. Just put that in the comments down below. So last Friday, I posted a video about the Sing-Off, which is back now, and it's an a cappella competition show that I really, really love. If you'd like to check that out, click on the corner down below, and just, you know, you can check that out. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, or if you have any ideas about other ways we can send out holiday greetings to our friends and family, put that in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it. If you like this video, of course, like it. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe, because I'll be doing these 2 times a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. So I'll see you next time. I watch very few competition reality shows, so whenever I watch one, it's kind of a big deal. And the Sing-Off is like event watching for me.